Welcome to my first narrated gameplay. Hopefully this works. I have recorded this about 7 times, 2 of which the audio did not record. This is going to be me testing out the quest mode in Tobal No. 2. I had a few comments about it, so I thought I would show it. This is a fan-translated patch applied to my ripped ISO. You might see the screen flicker out every now and then. That's because my TV is a Samsung and that's just how it interacts with the Elgato. I typically edit all of that out, but you will see it here because I have never tried to edit my voice as it's playing simultaneously with the video. I'm going to go with a new game here. I've beaten the training dungeon a few times, but it's the easiest way to show everything. I'll walk around town for a little bit so you can see what all you can do. I played Tobal No. 1 when it came out years ago, and I remember the quest mode just took place in a dungeon. I don't remember a town. So just in the event that it is new, you'll get to see what it looks like. Kind of basic. There are restrictions on where you can go. You can leave town, but so far all I found is an aqueduct and a small field. It's surrounded by canyons, or I should say mountains. There was another path, but a guard stopped me from proceeding. Okay, right here my screen is flickering out, so you might see something. Hopefully you don't. I think I'll just go ahead and show 1 or 2 buildings in the town and go ahead and hit the practice dungeon and kind of go through the mechanics. First I will demonstrate the controls here because they're a little awkward, and that's why this video, just the pure gameplay videos I've tried, didn't come out that well. I'm going to use the directional pad here. So here's left, here's right. He's only going at that slight angle because this is a tight room, but this is forward and this is back. So as you see, it's kind of an awkward motion. If you hold down R1, he'll pivot. However, I'm going to hold down the or turn analog on because that is way easier. He still turns the same way. See, it's kind of choppy. This guy, nothing too interesting. If I kind of flub the controls, it's because I'm still not quite used to them. They're very rigid. This is a store. It, like I said, most of this is basic, so you'll see that's not too much going on. It's kind of like Etrian Mystery Dungeon. You pick up what you want, and when you go to the door, he'll ask for his money. Money is mole here. I don't have any, so I can't buy anything. There is a house across the street with, it's very sensitive as well in terms of turning and pivoting. It's a little too easy to go running, and once you run, there is a little bit of representation of momentum. So, this is the house I came out of. He'll take an extra step before you stop, so I'm trying not to run too much. There's the house. Nothing too exciting in here, but you'll get to see another townsfolk. The old village elder warning you about monsters and dungeons. From what I read about this patch, or the fan translation, whoever patched it had themselves not beaten this yet, because it's apparently pretty long, and he wasn't sure, or she wasn't sure, whichever, if there were any bugs in the late game because they haven't gotten that far. I think I'd like to play this for a bit and record a later dungeon just to see if it actually changes any and give maybe those who have played this earlier portion a glimpse as to what it looks like later on. No, this is not the practice dungeon. I'm apparently stuck on a wall. There we go. Practice dungeon is this way. Of course, the town's got 2 roads and I get lost. Once you beat the practice dungeon, you cannot go back in it, so that's why I thought I would start here. I have a save where I'm past this. But you'll get basic tutorial advice here. But like a lot of games, they give you the advice a little too slowly. Like they'll tell you how to pick something up after you've already needed it. Like right here, I need to pick something up. Unless I read the manual, I wouldn't know how. You have to walk up to it, hold R1 and press circle if you're close enough, and you have to then put it in a bag and then go and equip it. And these are the gem systems. You customize your character this way. You have a limited assortment of slots, or there are an assortment of gems, and you have a limited number of slots to equip them to. So you'll get extra power, extra like grabbing strength, things like that. That's serious. Telling me about gems after I've already gotten one. And these can actually be approached in different orders, so it's entirely possible to get information quite a bit after when you actually needed it. Classic blue jelly enemy here. This is a good time to explain what exactly you can do here. So top bar is your health, bottom bar is stamina. Most of what you get actually affects your stamina because you regenerate your health by resting, and resting as well as attacking consume stamina. So you're really trying to refill your stamina. And it will also, at least in the practice dungeon, replenish over time. I haven't spent too much time in later dungeons, or I just don't remember. I've played this practice dungeon so much, it's pretty much dominated my memory here. Rotten meat will replace stamina, or replenish stamina, but it will poison you, so you got to watch out for that. There's only 5 floors in the practice dungeon. Hopefully I can get through them all. Like I said, I've already done it a few times, and the audio or the voiceover didn't record, so I'll go ahead and show rest. So I'm kind of tired of playing this dungeon. You'll see a very casual rest animation here. Does not have a care in the world. Alright. And the different jellies and potions do various things. Some are beneficial, others hurt you. What I've noticed is they don't really have descriptions that I found. They'll just say red potion, and you just take it to see what it does. The attacks, there are high, middle, low. You can use... See, what does this do? Let's take a sip. Not bad. High, middle, low attacks. There's a launcher to send enemies in the air. You can use a low attack to attack those that have fallen on the ground. Your character doesn't get really good until you've gotten a few gems. I have a few now, but a number of them are the same type. I'm trying to get maybe one to increase my attack abilities. I cannot let this blue jelly beat me. Not today. There we go. So I'll rest. Look at that. Looks like he's reading trying to not nod off while he reads a book. That's a very short animation too. He's constantly jerking his head. Cannot be good. Alright, stamina's up. Let's go to a lower level. I was able to get through all... the 5th layer is just the boss. I was able to get through all those pretty quick last time, so maybe I will this time as well. I'm not really sure what to say in these things. I've never, like I said, done one of these before, so the shorter I can make this, the better. Take that. Defense potion here. Soon, yeah, you can throw items. The only ones I throw are if you eat some of the meat, you'll have a bone left over, and I'll throw those at the enemy. Should not have done that. But you will never know what they do until you try. Like I said, Mole is the money, and he's just saying run over it to collect it. That's... You'll notice this game has some pretty tough penguins and rats. Not the most exciting enemies, but throw power, capture. I always dump capture after a while, but since I don't have any other ones to really use. Let's see. 4-3 already. Not bad. There we go. And not bad. Want to go to a punk head. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's never happened to me in my other playthroughs. Oh, that is embarrassing. So there you go. 9 minutes in. Of course, I don't beat it once it looks like it's actually working, but that is a short clip of the quest mode of Tobal No. 2. If this interests you, I definitely recommend trying it out. The game can be bought for 15 to 20 ship. Definitely worth it. You need a modded PlayStation 1 to play the fan translated version though, but if you just want a good fighter, it's definitely playable just as the import on its own. Of course, quest mode would be a little difficult to get through, For the most part, it's not bad because there's not a lot of text that I've seen so far, and you get to still enjoy tournament mode and versus mode. And this is definitely a great fighter. Or you can also pick up the first one, which is actually a little more expensive these days. It still plays really well. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this. Like I said, first go. Hopefully it went well, and fingers crossed this recorded.